Welcome everybody to Kerbal Space Program Season 2, the DMP mod. So yesterday, we sent the space bus to the Mun, and we successfully landed. And then last night, so I still have the guy that arrived here, and then these are 3 guys that I've walked all the way, ranging from 7 kilometers to 10 kilometers across the Mun to get here. So they're tired. Basically, I had to angle them in the right way, and then put something on my W key. I'll also welcome Scotty. Put some on my W key just to keep on walking them forward. So that is how I did that. And that video actually will be out as well, assuming that YouTube doesn't, because it's a 6-hour long video. Assuming that the file size isn't too big and the video length isn't too big, that video will also be up, and I expect 0 views on it, or at least not full watching of the 6.5 hours of them walking. Anyway, so we're at the space bus. So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna rescue these guys. Hopefully, still could go wrong. We're gonna rescue these guys, and then I have a space bus 2 is currently in orbit. I want to have that land safely, and then we need to set out 2 more space buses. One to the other. There's 1 more craft still in the Mun in Success Crater that has 3 guys, and I couldn't fit them all in here anyway, so I didn't bother walking them. So the next time I'm going to try to actually land closer to the ship so that I don't have to walk as far. So we'll see if I can do that. And then also I have another Success Series ship that's stranded on Minmus, so that'll be another future mission. Probably not to get to it today, but so let's rescue some dudes. So I think I should be able to. Well, I thought I was going to be able to jump to these. I guess I can. So yeah, if I click on what I want is switch to. There we go. So I can switch to the dudes. We're gonna walk around. You don't have room for all 3. I do. This is a hitchhiker thing. So assuming I'm not misunderstanding how it works, I can fit 5 guys in here. So let's double check that. So we come up to the ladder. I can board. Yeah, so I can board 3 guys in there, and then 2 guys up there is my understanding. So can we switch to here? No, I can set as target. So I have to actually go out to here to be able to switch to 5 guys. Yeah, exactly. The best burger place. Yes, the best burger place, and more particularly the best fry place ever in anywhere land. So just in case this thing crashes, and for some reason we lose this bottom part, I'm going to put as many guys as I can in the top. So you guys can board. I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay, so board. And then the last but not least, Jebediah Kerbal. Oh no, it's not fuel. No, the fuel is just on the side, and then this middle thing is hitchhiker, and then the three-person command pod. Board or not board? Climb up. Jebediah will go up on the top in case his bottom part blows up and we lose whoever that is. Probably something not pronounceable. By the way, my choice of Tatiana was a great choice, so I'm glad I did that. Okay, so here we are. Here's everybody. We got all 4 people. This is in case you missed it, this is the Success Crater bus stop. And so when I was walking everybody here. Inland Airport, yeah, exactly. That's when I was, I don't have one near me, so whenever I am in a layover in ATL, I always, oh, you killed Jebediah. Well, he'll come back, actually. All the orange coats, when they die, they come back after a while, so you're okay. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to take off, retract the legs, although that's not as important. Take off, so I'm high enough, make an orbit, maybe fix my orbit, and then land. So let's see if we can do it. Okay, so first off, we're not going to hit the spacebar. In fact, no spacebars allowed. And then we're going to hold down on shift and then just go up. And then I'm going to watch. Once this gets high enough, I'm going to kill the engines because we want to save fuel. So that's plenty high. Okay. So we still have a bunch of fuel. We want to add a maneuver. So that orbit is all weird. Oh dear. But we need to add this maneuver before crash. So what? So that's pretty high out. Okay, and that's really high out. Okay, well we don't need quite that much. Can I fix this in time? Alright, well that's fine. We'll just go with that. So maneuver node, please. I don't have it. Oh no, where's my thing? Oh, SAS is not. Okay. Whew. Maneuver node, please. Oh, I have a bit of time. Okay, so maybe I actually have a little bit of time before I hit that. So can I fix it up a little bit? Because we don't... Well, that's fine. We can just go the high up. So it's at 10 seconds, we're going to do the burn. Okay, so we're able to point to the maneuver nodes just fine. I'm going to track the legs. I can't for some reason. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Retract the legs. So 10 seconds, we're going to do the burn. And I think we'll have enough fuel, probably. Okay. 10 more seconds. Tatiana, you can do it. So we're almost to the things coming out. Okay, so at 1 more second, and go. So now we're watching this. I'm going to hit... Let me get this out. I'm going to hit the X key, not the spacebar, once we actually have an orbit going. I will probably just stick to this maneuver to make sure that I have the correction fine. Okay. So that is good. We're good. Awesome. Amazing. So now, as long as we don't hit a mountain, we're fine. It looks pretty close, but I think we're actually okay. So now, the orbit's a little bit weird for our target, I think. Set as target. Nope, not the space bus. We want just the planet. Come on, guys. Now, you have too much junk in here. Let's zoom out. Maybe we can unset as target. And now let's just set... No, not the space bus. There we go. I think we're... No, not quite. What about now? Nope. Okay, let's turn off everything else. Get all your junk out of my face. Okay. No. Space bus. No. There we go. Alright. I'm so confused. Alright, let's try this again. Why can't I set as target? Oh no. Add a maneuver. Let's zoom in. Alright, I'm just gonna go to the Space Center. Who are these? Yeah, hitchhikers, exactly. And they're actually in the... Well, one of them is in the hitchhiker thing. Alright, Space Bus. Let's go back to Space Bus 3. Well, this list really dropped down. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know you could do that. Cool. Let's put it back on. Space Bus 3. I didn't know that changing those actually reduced the side menu too. That's cool. Okay, let's try again. So we want to set... Alright, fine. I don't care. I'm not going to set it as target. Okay, so we're going to add a maneuver. Add maneuver. We want to get into... No, the other way. We want to get into orbit with our cool planet. If we could do a... I mean, that's an orbit, but... If I can... Well, okay. Let's see how that's changing our... We don't know how much fuel it's going to take. I'm on the edge of your seat. Okay. You're on the edge of your seat. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do a quick burn. Just to see... Well, I'll wait till I get a little bit closer, I guess. And then I will do the burn. Just the quick burn to see... about how long it's going to take. So we're going to angle here. And then I'm going to do just a quick burn and then kill it. Okay, so we know it's so at 7.5 seconds. We're going to do the burn. That'll get us into this orbit, and then we want to reduce it down. So we'll see if we have enough fuel. Welcome, Astillion. We are currently, the space bus, in case you missed it, has picked up 3 passengers and is about to head for Kerbin. I think we'll have enough fuel for all this. So, 8 seconds, we're going to do the burn. Once we have an orbit, I'm just going to kill it, and then we'll see how it goes. 8 seconds, we're going to do the burn. And then we'll need to drop this down so that we're doing a encounter. Or so we're doing a low. Okay, there we go. Awesome. How's our fuel look? Good. Let's warp to here. So now the trick is not to screw up everything. So what we want to do is at the furthest point, which is our apoapsis, we want to, well, I guess they're both about the same actually. But anyway, so if we add a maneuver here, let's see how much fuel it's going to take. Oh, so it's not very much fuel at all to do this maneuver. That's awesome. That's what I like to see. Alright, and then we want this to be much, much closer. And so usually also when I eject my fuel tanks, it messes up my maneuver a little bit, but I feel like because they're on the sides, on all 4 sides, that it won't actually change my approach. Because I'm not trying to eject it behind me, so it's not going to shoot me in one direction. So we'll see. So that is good. Alright, I like that. Okay, so that maneuver is pretty good. Let's double check we can't do any sciencey things, although I didn't bring any science pods or anything, but can we do a crew report here? We can. Interesting. Okay. So we'll keep that. Well, why not? Let's do an EVA. No, let's not. I'm not going to do an EVA. Alright. Alright, point to the maneuver node. Alright, so I can maneuver well. We just need to get to the other side. So let's warp to next maneuver. So if I click here, one of the options is just to warp by that. Okay, and now we're here, and we want to burn at 5 seconds. So we're going to watch where it actually is hooked up to, and we'll see how it works. Okay, so right, so we want to not hit spacebar, just shift. We don't even have to necessarily go full throttle, so that way I can try and fix it up well. Life lessons with BasketMC. Okay, so, right, concentrate. So, at 5 seconds, I'm going to do, at 6 seconds, I'm going to do the burn, because I'm not going to do full, because I want to watch it. It doesn't necessarily matter when I do the burn exactly. I could do it now, even, but I'm not going to. So, at 6 seconds, we're going to do the burn. Okay, I'm doing the burn. What I'm trying to do is watch this. Once it gets to 20,000 or so, we're going to use atmospheric braking on the way back. So that is a thing that exists in the game. And once this gets to 20,000, if we run out of fuel before that, I'm going to cry. Okay, that's too much? Maybe? Let's see. Let's see what yeah, so right now we're intersecting. So we need to slightly adjust it. So let's go prograde. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna add a maneuver. I am almost out of fuel. Right now we're intersecting, which won't necessarily be the worst, but we're better off if we don't. So right now we're intersecting. I went too far. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna point prograde. Because if I point retrograde, that will reduce my speed and make us intersect more. If I go prograde, that will increase my orbit, and we will be further out. If anybody would like to correct my statement or confirm my statement before I kill everybody, let me know. I'm looking at you, Scotty. Actually, I'm looking at you. You're over here. That's my webcam. Okay. My webcam preview's over here, so I keep on looking over there, but you're actually over here. I should really just rearrange these. Let's rearrange these things. Oop. Scotty, I'm waiting for you. Have you confirmed my statement yet? I'm rearranging my screens while I wait for you. Okay, he's not going to listen. All right, fine. Fine, Scotty. I see how it is. We're going to burn a little bit prograde. We're going to see what happens. Not use spacebar, just shift. Okay, I was right. Aha. Amazing. So, by pointing prograde out here, and by burning a little bit, I've increased this side of my orbit. So now it's actually 28. So that's within the atmosphere. So the idea, for those that don't know what the heck I'm talking about, when we get over there, I'm going to ditch my engines. I'm just going to point down so that my heat shield, which is on the bottom of this, right here. Oh, we can get rid of this ladder. The heat shield is on the bottom of this. So this is going to protect me from the heat. So we're going to go through the atmosphere at 28,000 kilometers. And then it's going to slow me down more. So then the other side, which is way out here, is going to start dropping down as I slow down more once I get down to that area. So that eventually it'll be a really small orbit in the atmosphere, and then I'll just keep on going down and down and down. Okay, so now we just go. So what the other test? I'm actually gonna wait till I get a little bit closer before I do my test, but I believe that it won't mess up my my maneuver. Yeah, the other thing is, one time the mun caught me over here and it messed up everything. But luckily it's not happening. Okay. So sometimes when I eject my fuel tanks, there's a little bit of a push, and so it'll end up messing up my maneuver. But in this case, they're on all four sides, so I think that they will just eject and I'll be fine. So what we want to do is point retrograde. So that's going to point us towards our direction we're facing, or towards the direction we're heading right now. That's not right. Oh, I see. It overshot it. Okay. So right now, that's the direction my ship is going. So now, if everything is going the way I think it does, when I hit spacebar, this number won't change. So right now, so let's see if I'm right. So 2888888. So I'm hit spacebar. I'm gonna hit it again. Nothing happened. Oh, I shouldn't have. Did I hit you many times? No. Okay, let's hit it again. So that's, I don't know what that did, but we're waiting for this one to happen. Okay, so we've gotten rid of our engines and our fuel tanks, and it did not affect our thing. So that's good. All right. So we're good. So those will slowly drift off into space and become space debris, and eventually run into somebody else, maybe. And we just need to get to here. So we're pointing retrograde. I have a bunch of battery. There's a chance that my solar panels will burn up on the way in, but that's fine. I have plenty of juice, I think, right now. Yeah, I'm full right now. So, all right. So let's. I'm gonna speed up time until we get into the atmosphere, and then this is this section here. This sort of dark blue is the burn range. So that's when the fire is going to be happening, and I'll be inside this range for a while because that 28888 or whatever I think is possibly within this range, maybe. Or at least I'll be in this range a bunch, maybe dip out of it, but then come back in, depending on how everything works. But what I'll do is, right now I'm sped up with all these things here. That means I'm not quite in the atmosphere yet. I'm not in the burn range. Once I switch to that, it's going to automatically change this bar out and stop my speed up. Thank you for the follow. Punk Kuroro. That's probably spelled or pronounced wrong. Punk Kero Row. Maybe. Welcome. Yeah, I love this game. Oh, God! Okay, well, something just blew up. Oh, that was my... Okay, that's my solar panel. We expected that might happen. Possibly this one will also burn up too. Kerbal. Okay. So we are not wanting to... Okay, that's fine. That's just the other solar panel. We're fine. Everything's fine, everybody. Potentially next time I go up, I will put those on a different spot. But we're doing okay. Alright, so we're still putting retrograde. Everything's fine here. Let's pop out. So what I want to show you... So this is also reducing some. But the main thing is that this other side is reducing. And we're doing atmospheric braking. Kerbal. Yeah, so this is dropping down. We're doing atmospheric braking. We have a huge heat shield here. This is a big rescue mission. Are we playing? Sort of. I think the answer is no, sort of. I'm playing with the DMP mod, which I believe is mostly just vanilla with multiplayer. There might be some built-in mods I'm not aware of, but otherwise it's not modded. Yeah. Explosions make me nervous on the way in, but it was just the solar panels that I figured might blow up anyway. So we're doing okay. Let's take a look. So this is already reducing all the way down, and then this is reducing down here. So we're doing good. I think we're gonna get all these people back. So this was a rescue mission. We sent a space bus, that's the name of the ship, up to the Mun, where I've been crashing a bunch of ships constantly. And this one successfully landed yesterday. Picked up some guys. Thank you for the follow. Ooh, Chan Chow 0068. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. We are on a rescue mission. And actually, what on earth part of land is this? It's a lot of land. I wonder if this is somewhere I haven't been before. Okay. So we're watching. So some of our parachutes are good at 550. Some of them are good at 250. So I'm probably still going to just launch at 250. You can just call me Punk. Okay, that'll be easier for everybody. Alright, I'll call you Punk. I'm sometimes bad with trying to pronounce names. Like, for instance, this pilot, which isn't a pilot, it's a scientist. This one is who I chose to go up because I could pronounce her name. The other one, that was actually a pilot, I wasn't sure how to pronounce it, so I was like, we'll just take the scientist. Anyway, so we're almost out of the burn range. I'm guessing it looks like we might be landing in the ocean. Yeah, we're gonna be landing in the ocean, which is fine. But nobody on beam plays. Wow. Now you met somebody that does. So I play. Mondays is my typical day. On Tuesdays, I have Patron Tuesday, where my patrons get to choose what I play. Today was actually a tie, and so I chose this one because I had there's a couple of rescue missions I wanted to do. Yeah, singing on beam is awesome. My soul will rest in peace. Okay, so we're about to land. I'm waiting for this to be. I'll just do 250 unless it looks like we're in trouble with the height, and then I will drop it sooner. Or I can actually swap these out because I believe this one is 550 for when I can deploy it. But I'll just wait for 250 and then deploy both. Not using spacebar before then. We're out of the burn range. Everything's happy. We just lost those 2 solar panels, which I anticipated. And actually didn't really need them, as it turned out. But I brought them just in case. So once we get to 250, we still have quite a bit of height, so we're good there. Yeah, so this parachute is the one that I could deploy now if I wanted to. But I will wait for all of them. Because we're pretty high and we're above. There's no mountains or anything I have to worry about, so. Are you sure those parachutes are going to slow down your ship enough? Maybe. Yeah, sure. Maybe. Alright, 250 is what I'm aiming for. Actually, I can do it now, I guess. This is science. Yeah, I mean, maybe this whole rescue mission will be all for naught because the parachutes I used weren't good enough. Okay, they did hold, and we're slowed down. Awesome. Good. So the answer is yes. I am now sure that... can you repeat the schedule? Yes. Well, the easiest thing, yes, there you go, Scotty. The easiest thing is on my website. I have a calendar that has everything. But basically, Monday is my KSP day. KSP/FTL, but I haven't been playing FTL in a little bit. I've been too hooked on KSP. So Mondays, I play that. And then on Tuesdays, my patrons get to choose what I play. The last couple of times, I've actually chosen KSP. And then otherwise, it kind of depends. So Wednesdays usually Minecraft, and then depending on the week, Thursdays sometimes Minecraft, and then Fridays sort of whatever I'm feeling like at the end of the day, which is often KSP. But I am trying to get the project I'm working on in Minecraft done, so that might be something I play more. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, schedule on the website, as Cody pointed out. Yeah, they will die at home at least. Yeah, we can recover the bodies and bury them, but I think everything's fine. Okay, so we are landing here. Yeah, so I stream on my lunch breaks, so it's a shorter, just an hour stream, but I do my best. Okay, so we landed. The other part went away, so we did lose one person. I guess the thing couldn't hold the impact. So I'm sorry, whoever that was. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, mostly well done. The hitchhiker thing didn't work out, actually. So who died? Oh, I'm sorry. Recover the vessel. I'm just used to clicking for when my ship blows up. Recover the vessel. Let's see who died. So whoever, the one guy I had in the... Luckily, I put Jebediah in the top thing. I want the report. It's not going to tell me the report, is it? Interesting. The sample from the MUN gave me a bunch of science. Cool. I want to know the person that died. Yeah, the stupid hitchhiker thing couldn't handle it. Crew at the top. Yeah, there's another one in here that I guess it's not going to say. Is there a log? Oh well. So the hitchhiker pod itself doesn't really work out very well. Okay. That's good to know. So we recovered Jeb. Jeb is back. That's the important part, I think. So next thing we want to do is we have a space bus that's in orbit that we want to... well, maybe I'll do that later. I'll just land this later on my own. What we'll actually do now is let's go back to the Science Center. We're going to slightly adjust the ship. So it blew up. Trying to think if there's something I can do to not make that happen. So let's load up a space bus. You should check the Space Center to see if the bottom piece survived, or can you get a report? Oh, I see. Maybe it is a separate thing? Sure. You're saying the tracking center? No, there is no space, like part of a space bus. So it is not, it just broke apart, and then I guess since it wasn't the main part, it didn't talk about it even though somebody died. Pieces, oh, pieces are a thing up here. Okay, there we go. Now we have debris turned on. Space bus debris. Recover the vessel. Does this have an invisible person in it? No. Okay. Oh, that was cool. I recovered it. Anyway, where was I? Maybe it's considered a probe. I'll come back to it. Okay, so we'll go to the space bus. So I think that the bottom, this part, I mean, I can still keep the hitchhiker thing there, I guess, but I don't necessarily need it. adding legs and landing on land. Yeah, I agree. I oftentimes don't land on land, but yeah, we can do that. We can put legs on there for that purpose. I gotta remember there. Okay, found them. So we wanted to do these guys. So we want to place them in a way where they won't be in the way. I can get rid of the solar panels, actually. I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna put these here. I think that's in the way of this ladder, though. So let's... if we put them here, and then retract them, are they okay with... oh, no, you stay. Nah, I want 4 of you. You. Or nah. Okay, you're here. I'm gonna right-click on you. Retract. Let's move it so that it's not quite right there. I don't want it to block my ladder. I mean, this might still function. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna put anybody in anyway. No, I guess I'll have to for the... because there's 3 guys in the other one. Shoot. Okay, so I guess I'll put legs on there. I'll have to still land... Can you use the separator that sticks out further? Maybe. Is that this? Oh, this guy. I see what you're saying. Potentially, although I know that this works really well. And I don't want to attach something if it's not going to be as stable. I would feel like this is probably less stable. You know? You're saying that's... you think it's less? Not less stable? $75 is better than the past. You're saying from my recovery rate. So maybe I'll just have to recover them a couple times or whatever. I don't know. Okay. Wait for our... okay. So we're just going to go with this as is. We're going to put just 1 crew in there. We don't want all these people. We won't take Jebediah. We're just going to take Tatiana because she's the best. Alright, then we're going to go to lunch. And our goal is to get to the Mun. Is where we're heading with this guy. So we want to... I think these are all fixed already. I think I fixed them before I launched last time. I'll just assume so. So SAS on, throttle up, and go. Why not take Jeb? He is a pilot, that's true. But Tatiana has proven that she is really good at her job. The Space Armor. Tatiana's fine. She doesn't think so, but she's fine. Okay, so once we get to 6,000, I'm going to do my gravity turn, which will be about when the solid rocket boosters are out. Choice is permit based. Alright, we're going to start working on a gravity turn. And we're going to ditch all the big guys. I guess they bumped into my ship. I should have just gone straight up first. So we don't want to do any spinning. No spinning allowed. No winging. Work on my gravity turn. Not too fast. Although these engines are actually fairly efficient with not spinning, it seems like, compared to everything else I've ever been doing. And then I'll check my orbit in a second. What is it like? Okay, we have a bit of ways to go. Sure, you're freaking out. Yeah. So we're trying to get there with a little bit more fuel, although that worked out, but it was fairly close. Yeah. Okay, good. Now that's fixed up. So let's take a look. Once this gets up to 100, or yeah, 100,000, we will kill it, and then orbit, go to the Mun, orbit, aim for our landing. That's our goal. Is we're trying to aim for the right spot. Last time I had to walk quite a bit. So let's add a maneuver. It's too much. Less. A little bit less. Slightly less. Okay, that's good. Aim for the maneuver node eventually. Burn is going to be at 31.5 seconds. So please get to the maneuver node. You can do it. I got faith. Also, if you, for those that join me today, if you want to see the rest of my stuff, it's not live. Hello, Mr. Dinos. One of the two. If you want to see the rest of my series, I actually have it also on my YouTube channel. So if you would check it out there, you can watch all the other VODs on there. We're almost there. At 31, we're going to do the burn. And we'll get in orbit, and then everything will be good. 31. All right, and burn. So these engines might run out before the maneuver's done. I'm trying to eyeball it. I've never really checked this game out. Would you mind telling me through what it's all? Yes, I will in a second. Once I'm done with this maneuver, and I'm waiting for the next burn, I will go into more detail what it's like. I have a feeling we're going to have to switch engines, so I'm not... Usually I would go out into the map view at this point, but because we're about to switch engines, I'm not going to bother, because I want to make sure I switch my engines at the right time. Okay, those are done, so we're switching engines. I'm going to pop back into the map. And now we are, the short version is we're doing space flight in a sort of similar to our regular space, but not quite. It's like some things are different. Or maybe a lot of things are different, I don't know. I don't really know a lot of things about our space. But what I'm trying to do is I'm doing a maneuver now to try to make it so that we're going to be orbiting Kerbin, which is like Earth. So as we're doing this burn, it's increasing this. So this is the far end of our orbit. So once this gets to 100,000, I'm going to hit the X key. So that, we're good. So now we are in orbit, in a stable orbit around the planet. You can't really see it. It's dark. We're on the dark side. Now, what I want to do, my goal is, this is space travel. You build the ships, and then you do science and things like that. My mission right now is actually to rescue some guys that I've stranded on the moon, or in this case, it's the Mun. So we're going to add a maneuver. So we can do there's different tools we can use to try to mess around with the maneuver. So what this is telling me right now is that for this here, when I'm here, the moon is there. So I can turn this guy. So now, if I burn here, at this point, in half an hour, then I'll end up changing my orbit to change to this, which I then get an encounter on the Mun. So we're going to click on this button, which aims my ship towards this maneuver. And then we're going to speed up time to get closer to the 30 minutes. So we're not just sitting here for 30 minutes. So warp to next maneuver. So that's going to warp time to a minute out from the actual maneuver. And then there's some weirdness where if to actually do the maneuver better, you burn early from the actual tea time half of what the actual burn time is. I don't really understand why, but it's a thing. So once we get to 30 seconds, I'm going to do the burn instead of all the way down to 0. And then we're watching for when we actually have an encounter. So speeding up time. Okay, we're there. I'm going to speed up time a little bit more, actually, just so we don't... because otherwise we're going to run out of stream time. All right. Yes, what he said. So we're going to do the burn in 3 seconds. Okay, doing the burn. So throttling up using spacebar. Or, I'm sorry, not spacebar. Not spacebar at all. Shift is what I used. And then I have ready with the X key, which is kill engines. We're waiting for this thing. This is going to keep on going out until eventually we're going to break orbit. And then we're going to have this encounter with the Mun. So right now it's doing a burn. If we pop into this view, we can see that the ship is using its engines towards the maneuver that I've planned. And then, that's our time. Okay. Once we get this encounter, I'm going to kill the engines. Hopefully this time we don't have it. Last time we had a really stupid encounter that I had to fix so I didn't crash into the Mun. We'll see if that happens this time. Alright, and kill it. So now we have an encounter. I don't think we're going to crash into it, which is good. So now I can warp to here, which is when I'm escaping. I guess when the orbit is happening, or rather when the encounter is happening with the Mun. So here's where it will be once I actually do that encounter here, and then the Mun is catching up to where I am, and eventually at this point here, which is actually when the Mun's going to be right there, then it will suddenly switch and it'll show me in a second. There you go. So it'll show me what sort of encounter I have with this. So if I add a maneuver here, either way, I can adjust it so that I am now going to orbit the Mun. And I'm going to do it at a fairly close distance, just so that I have less space I have to worry about slowing myself down from. Okay, so we're going to do that. So the burn is actually only 15 seconds. So once I get to that point, in an hour and 44 minutes, then I will do that burn. So let's aim for that maneuver. And again, I'm going to burn at 7.5 seconds before that. And we still have this big fuel tank, which is cool. Once that's done, I have a smaller engine here, and then I can use that for slowing down, and then even this is for slowing down. So we're doing really good with fuel right now. I might need to fix my orbit. No, actually, it looks pretty good, I think. The test lander is a bad example. I think we should ignore that. And then we're trying to get to a certain landing spot. So that's the main thing, is can I actually aim where I'm landing? I've roughly aimed where I've been landing, but not... I want to actually land near it, not 10 kilometers away from my target, is my goal. So let's warp to the next maneuver. We're about at the right maneuver node. So let's warp. And then at 8 seconds or so, we will do the burn. And I'll be watching. I'm going to watch where it is on the other side just to make sure that it's in a good spot. Thank you for the follow, Mr. So is it Dinos? Is that right? Or Dinos? So let's so at 7.5 seconds we're gonna do the burn. Let's get a little bit closer to it, just so we don't waste too much time. So speeding up time, and I'm gonna slow it back down. Dinos. Okay, cool. All right, doing the burn. So now we're gonna watch. This is gonna wrap around, and then once it gets to So we don't want to go. So I'm actually going to go a little bit slower, just so it's easier to, because it doesn't need to be exact right now. I just want to mainly not get too close, not to be too far. Okay, so that's good. So we're going to kill it there. So now we have this sort of wonky orbit. So now on the other side, we can add a maneuver, which will just adjust the other side. So now if we, this angle is kind of weird. Let me get to here. Here we go. So this side is 45 kilometers, or 45,000, no, 45 kilometers up, right? Yes, 45 kilometers up. And then this is more. So we're basically going to just try to make our orbit be kind of the same on both sides. It's close enough. It doesn't need to be exact. This is just to get closer so that we have less we need to, yeah, right, like a bus. Less distance that we need to try and slow down when we actually do the landing. So my goal is, again, I'm going to try to land next to the guys I'm trying to save. Unfortunately, with this design, I will most likely not put somebody in the hitchhiker's thing. So I'm going to leave one person behind and then maybe rescue them later, is my goal. So we'll have to draw straws, I guess. All right, so we're heading over to the maneuver node. In this game, there's like, I'm going to end up missing it. Like, it's going to get to it, but then keep on going. But then there's a cheaty way you can do it where if you speed up time and then stop speeding up time, you can kind of cheat it so that you don't keep on going. So it's going to be a pretty short burn. So at 3.5 seconds is when we're going to do the burn. So let's get closer to the maneuver node. Warp to next maneuver, which is actually a minute away from that is when it will warp to. So we're getting closer. And then we'll speed up time a little bit. So at 3, and I probably won't do it full steam. So I might even do, you know, at 6 seconds. Oh, okay, we'll do it now. So we're just watching for this to get closer, but not too close. Because otherwise it would be bad. So 45 or so. Okay, that's good. Right? We're not going to crash? Okay, we're good. Awesome. Now, next. What is our target? Success crater, I think is here. No. Where's success crater? Oh, right here? What is this? So success crater is in here. Right? Yes. So what we want to do, I don't know if I'll have enough time to do the landing, but we want to add a maneuver that will drop us into that crater. But more importantly, I messed up. I pulled this thing. We don't want to pull that. Oh no, too much. Too much. These are very sensitive right now. Okay. It's going to overshoot it. I believe, I guess I should find out which one I want to actually aim for. So we're going to come back to this ship. Because I don't know which one's which. Which one has people? Let's go to the Space Center. There's 3 ships in there. 2 of them I've already emptied out. And then there's another one that is not. So we will take a look. I had a problem deleting, so I'm pretty sure this one's empty. So to the 2008 XLT. Let's see if this is empty. It is. So this one is empty. So let's see if we can actually delete it. So there's some features of the DNP mod where it doesn't quite work right. So we want to click on this and then say delete. Yes, terminate. So it's deleted now, and then it might just come back later. So now this one, the 2012 XLT. Let's see if this has people. This one is also empty. Okay. So some extent this game is less dynamic. less dynamic. Maybe. Okay, so that first one is empty. So I'm going to also attempt to delete that one. So we're going to terminate. It was this one, right? Yeah, probably. Already killed everybody. The next one is the 2000, so same number, XLT, this one. I mean to say the moon is not at rest. The moon is not at rest. It's rotating. Alright, so this is the one with the actual people. So we want to aim for this guy. So let's go into this view. Oh, I could have also clicked on those things too, I guess. So here's the space bus. Let's switch to. The moon is rotating. I think maybe unlike our moon. I don't really know. All right, so here is the only thing left is that guy. So that's actually fairly close to it. Chances are we'll need to go a little bit further out because the moon's rotating some. But what I'm going to try and do is on my way down, I'm going to try to change my my approach to be as close as I can to the actual target. So let's aim for the maneuver. We have lots of too much fuel still left over. So rotates as well as revolves. Yes, it does rotate as well as it revolves. Yeah, I think. At the very least, there is a point where a spot on the moon will be sun, and then other times where it won't be sun. Oh, that helps. Which I guess means that it is... I'm going to do the burn real quick and then kill it. No, kill it, please. That's what I meant to say. Alright. So that maneuver is still okay. Once I get a little bit closer to it, I'm going to, I might adjust it. But I still have lots of engines. I have more engines than I need to do the landing. So I have a lot of stuff to play around with. Once I get... So I'm going to burn at maybe 30 seconds. Because I'm not going to burn fully. But so there's our target. We want to land next to that guy. So again, we actually... It's pretty good. I want to move actually a little bit further out. Because I think I might come back a little bit closer to it as I go. So we'll see if this works. Okay, so we're going to burn at 30, and then I'll kind of play around with it, and then I might even add a maneuver after I get rid of a lot of my speed to try to fix where I'm going to land. Because I'm trying to land next to the guy. So we'll see. And then after that, I'll have to end the stream probably. Unfortunately. All right, let's go a little bit further. Because as we go, it's rotating, like you were saying. So where I plan to maneuver, it's going to move a little bit as a result. Okay, so let's burn. So I'm not burning full steam. I'm half right now. I'm going to go a little bit more. Oh, looks like the engine's done. So let's pop in here. Dump that engine. Strap next engine. I killed it. Oops. Okay, there we go. So we'll throttle up, because this engine's not as powerful as the other one. I'll throttle up all the way. We're trying to get rid of our speed so that our orbit breaks and we're going to be landing. And then I will try to adjust where I'm going to land. It's kind of new for me, so we'll see how that works. To be as close as possible to there. I don't really know what the distance is there, but I feel like last time I ended up being pretty far off. Oh, yeah, my ship is over here. So I'm not even close to my maneuver node right now. Okay, so that's a thing. Let's add... So this is us falling. We're going to add a maneuver. Let's see if I can convince this to be at all closer to my other target. So this is... Alright, we got to act fast. So this here is where I'm actually going to be landing. So that didn't help. Try again. Delete it. I wish I could zoom in more. That'd be nice. Come on, come on. Add a maneuver. Can I go the other way? Yeah, it doesn't want to go that way. Okay, so let's click on other things. This isn't at all close to where I want to be. So I did the burn a little bit too late. I think that's where I'd actually be going towards, if I'm not mistaken. So if that's the case, let's see. So if I aim for that after the burn, like now-ish, am I pointing... Okay, it is pointing up, so this might get me further back out into the... Okay, so let's do that. We're going to do this burn. It is not actually helping me. It's making it worse, I think. Maybe? No, maybe not. Okay, so this is sending me up. What I'm going to try and do is make it so I can go up and then adjust things to be a little bit better. Okay, so now we have an upward angle. We still have some fuel in this tank. Not a lot. Let's add a maneuver. Let's get rid of all of our maneuvers. Let's add a maneuver. And what we want is to try to change this to be landing there. So let's see if we can rotate this. To be landing there, maybe. It's probably going to rotate a little bit, so we want to go... I mean, that's better than I was about to do. If I can actually hit that. So that would be... Alright, so it's a pretty soon burn. I'm going to adjust this in a little bit more. Okay, and point to the maneuver node, please. Go, go, go. So 6-second burn. And I think I'm doing that right. Or I'm going to end up over here. But I believe this is the way I'm heading. Not positive on that. There should be like a directional. There should be little arrows in this thing. Alright, so let me pop into this view. I don't really know what that would even look like. So it's hard to say visually if I'm doing it right. So I'm either going to land over here or over here with this current maneuver. We'll find out in 6 seconds. Oh, no. At 6 seconds, I'll do the burn. Use the force. Yes. Gravity. And go. So hopefully this looks better once it's going. So I think that... I don't know which... I think that it's doing what I want. Alright, killing it. Alright, which way are you falling or are you going that way? I'm going to speed up time a little bit. So I guess, am I going up or down right now? Okay, I'm going down. Okay, good. So that means that I am pointing here. If I slow down, though, it's going to mess up my angle. So, I'm going to not slow down for a bit. This engine's actually almost gone, which is fine. So I'm going to get as close as I can before I slow down, because then once I slow down, it's going to drop me down to be less of an arc. So, we're going to go, yeah, full steam, down. I can slow down fairly fast, is what I learned from before. I'm going to... I will want to ditch this engine pointing the other direction. So maybe I want to do that sooner than later. Well, no, I guess actually, I'm sorry. I want to drop it facing this direction, so that's fine. As long as it doesn't crash into this guy. It's unlikely that I would end up hitting that target. But it does look pretty good. Drop fuel tanks directly on the survivors. Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm hoping doesn't happen. It's unlikely. I'm not that coordinated. Alright, so we're going to get a little closer. I'm going to burn this fuel, dump it, and then use the other guys. So I will actually extend these out now. I feel like we're okay with that. So that way I don't forget. So once we get closer, let's say 20, I'm going to actually I'll probably do 15 because I can slow down pretty fast with this thing. I'll do 20. At 20,000, I'm going to slow down, dump this fuel tank, slow down some more. Try to not mess up my angle too much, again, because we want to keep this as best we can, because that looks really good for actually getting to the right spot. This is very intense, everybody. Alright, we're getting closer. Dropping down. Alright, I'm going to burn off some speed now with this engine that is actually empty already. I'm just going to get rid of it. And then I'm going to burn a little bit with this one. Just so I don't stay by it. Okay, so that's going to go crash and kill the other survivors. And then, I think at this point I'm going to probably kill some of my speed. It's going to slightly reduce my closeness to my target. But actually that works out because I think it's now slightly overshooting it. So that kind of works out. So I'm gonna kill some of my speed. We need these engines to get back off the planet and return still. So we don't want to use all of our fuel. But, okay, so it looks like it's probably going to miss our target, which is good. So we're going to kill some of our speed. Maybe. I guess I might wait until I'm a little bit closer to kill some of our speed. But if I can actually do this properly, then it'll work a lot better. Hook right. So we have the surface indicator. I don't know what you mean by hook right. It's funny. Anyway. M. The debris. Oh, I see what you're saying. Alright, I'm going to kill some more speed. Because I kind of want to go straight down. At this point. Alright. So now we're basically going straight down. How close are we to our target? Fairly close. And there'll still be a little bit of a walk. But at least it's not 10-kilometer walk. Okay, so now Tatiana's excited. We're just going down. I think a bad luck. Bad luck, Brian. So there is, I think, our ship. So we're going to land a little bit away from it, I think. But not too much away. So we're just kind of going down. I'm waiting for my shadow. At that point, I will panic burn and get off all of our speed. And everything will be good. So it is, yeah, so I guess right now it's a, oh no, this is including our distance from here. So that's actually really good. Okay, so we're going to slow down our speed some more. I might be wasting some fuel, but I'm panicked. Once I see my shadow, I'll feel a lot better about life. So yeah, as a reminder, I can come out this view and see that I'm really far away. Okay. Okay, here we come. No shadow yet. I overdid it. There we go. Shadow. Okay, so let's just keep our speed pretty low. But still going down. We're on point retrograde. I don't know why we aren't. Oh, wait. Oh, God. No! I hit spacebar. We're okay. Everything's fine. We did it! We're amazing. I hit spacebar, but I had extra staging. See? See, that's why I do that. Okay. Alright, so what we want to do... yeah, so it's only 1.7 kilometers away. Amazing. Yeah, I turned off SAS or something. I panicked. Oh yeah, thank you. You're saying turn off SAS. So now, in between this stream and the next one, I will walk these dudes, two of them, over to here, and then the last one remaining will stay there. And yeah, so this is another successful and much closer landing. Not quite as close. I would be cool to land like right next to it, but it's pretty good. And then I can walk. So there's a hitchhiker's thing there, but I have a feeling that it won't survive the landing again. So I'm only going to bring two of them. They can come in here and then take off, and then we'll land okay. I still have quite a bit of fuel. I think I have more than last time, so we're doing good there. And that'll be the end of this stream. Next time, just hover above the survivor, and they can jump up. Yeah. So we successfully landed. Ta-da! Good job, Tatiana.